Hi everyone! So I'm super excited because I'm going to read to you a section from A Course in Miracles that's really going to help us to break down why it is we have the ability to make our reality. Okay, so this is from chapter number 28, The Undoing of Fear. And section 2, Reversing Effect and Cause. Without a cause, there can be no effect, and yet without effects, there is no cause. The cause is made by its effects. The Father is a father by his Son. Effects do not create their cause, but they establish its causation. Thus, the Son gives fatherhood to his Creator and receives the gifts that he has given him. It is because he is God's Son that he also must be a father who creates as God created him. The circle of creation has no end. Its starting and ending are the same, but in itself it holds the universe of all creation, without beginning and without end. All right, so let's dive into this juiciness, shall we? And basically, what this is saying is that we are not the sun. We are the sunbeam. We are not just the ocean. We are the wave. We are not the moon. We are the moonbeam. We are not the star. We are the starlight. So basically, this is saying we are not God. We are a part of God. We are an aspect of God. But we are not God. And here is the one difference, because we have the same powers, the same abilities, the same everything as God, except for one thing, which is we did not create God. God created us. That's the only difference. See, here in the third dimensional reality, we get to see just a sliver of what we are actually capable of. See, in eternity, we create. But here in the third dimensional plane, we make. Now, why do I say make? I say make because here everything changes. That's the only constant here is change. But in eternity, the only thing that is constant is constant. The only thing is love. It's always love. It's always bliss. It's always joy. It's always happiness. And it is always that way. But here on Earth, here in the 3D, we can feel pain, then we can feel happy, then we can feel sad, then we can feel, exhilaration, and then we can feel depression. So, it's not consistent. And so with this passage, we can see where the old adage comes from, which is your thoughts create your reality. So right there, that's the cause. The cause of reality is our thoughts. The effect is what we see around us. So if you are having a bad day, have you ever noticed when you're having a bad day that sometimes it will get cloudy outside? And, it just kind of adds to that bad mood that you're in. Your thoughts, I'm having a bad day, I'm sad, I don't really want to see the sun. That's what creates or makes the effect of the clouds maybe rolling in. Or perhaps hearing a sad song on the radio. Or perhaps seeing something sad on the news. It is your thoughts that create that. Now, your thoughts are not always going to be conscious thoughts. They may be subconscious thoughts. And I want to give you a great example of this. So if you wake up in the morning and your alarm didn't go off, so you're late for work, so you're already in a hurry. Then you go downstairs, no one brewed coffee for you, so now you're just really upset. You're like, well, I can try to stop and get some coffee, but I'm not really sure. So you stop at, we'll just say Starbucks. You get yourself a coffee, but they didn't put the lid on all the way. And now it's spilled all over your shirt. You don't have time to go home. You go into the office. Your boss is already ranting and raving at you. Your shirt's sticky and gross. And you're just like, ugh, this day, right? And you're already thinking in your mind, and this is how everyone is. No one's perfect. This is why we do the Course in Miracles, to assist us in training our minds to think in a different way. So we're already thinking, God, how can this day get any worse? Well, guess what? With that thought, you will then have the effect of your day getting worse. It may not be like, terrible things, but, maybe the pencil sharpener doesn't work. Maybe you break your last pen. Maybe the pen explodes all over your shirt. We don't know. But what we do understand is that your thoughts are creating the reality that is around you. And so how can we begin to shift out of that? How can we start to reverse the effect? Well, the only way we can reverse the effect is by changing the cause, which is our thinking. So we can start saying, and this is something I learned, which is you can begin to say, how does it get any better than this? That's it. It's simple, it's easy, and it's going to help to shift your thinking, which will then shift your energy, which will then shift your thoughts, which then will shift the reality that you see. All right. So even though that passage, it's not very long, it literally explains everything to us. So how we are the cause. Okay. We are not at the effect. Remember, the world is not coming at you. It is coming from you. Just like God creates, we here on the third dimensional reality, we make reality around us. And the reality is based on our thoughts, because thought is energy. It's the creative force, because God, we are all loving thoughts in the mind of God. And so that's how we were created. So we create the same way, or we make here in the same way by thinking. And that's why thoughts really create reality. And that's why we are not at the effect of anything. We are actually the central cause of a lot of things. And it's not always conscious. Sometimes we have subconscious thoughts that are playing in the background. And it's just about being vigilant and really being aware of that. So I hope this has brought some clarity to you today. And I'm actually going to be doing more readings from A Course in Miracles and hoping to explain some things that I find really interesting and fascinating. All right? All my love.